What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. So I recently did a video where I cleaned out my closet using the KonMari method, and since that video I've been feeling so much better. My room has been clean ever since. It's been like a week, but that's a big deal for me. So now that that went so well, I really want to take that same principle and apply it to my makeup collection and clean out my makeup collection. It is quite a mess in there, and honestly I find myself sifting through all of the junk that is in there to find a few pieces of makeup that I use consistently on a daily basis. So I'm planning on getting rid of half or more of my makeup collection today, maybe more, just keeping what I really love and I know that I'm going to continue to use. So for those of you who don't know, the KonMari method was created by Marie Kondo. It is a organization and decluttering method where you hold up each item and ask yourself if it sparks joy. Basically, when you look at it, does it make you happy because you really like it? If it does not spark joy, then you get rid of it. Because most people live in a house surrounded by a lot of things, and out of those things there are only a certain number of things that they use and love. And her principle is, if you don't love it, then why is it taking up space in your home? Alright you guys, so this is my desk. This is where I edit my videos and do my makeup. And out of my drawers I have two that are dedicated to makeup. This one, which is supposed to have all of my small things like brow products, foundation, etc. And this one, which is supposed to be mostly palettes. As you can see, it's very disorganized. If I lift this up, there's more crap underneath. It's a super big mess and I really just want to get it cleaned up in here, so that's what we're gonna do. So I think I'm gonna take all the makeup and put it on the floor and go from there. Okay, there we have it. Beautiful. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is organize it by category. So I'm going to put all the palettes in one pile, all the highlighters, all the mascaras, and so on and so forth. So technically this is not part of the KonMari method. She does not recommend that you organize first. The only reason I'm doing this is just to see what I have of everything. I think getting rid of things can be hard, but when you see that you have an excess of them and you see pieces that you actually really like compared to ones that you don't really care for, it makes it easier to let go of the ones that aren't your favorites, in my opinion. Okay, so let me show you what we got. I have my mascara and then this lash perming kit that I'll probably never use again. Eyebrow products, eyeshadow palettes, holy cow, bronzers, eyeliners, blush, lashes, primers, highlighters, lip products, foundation, brushes, and tools. I'm gonna start with the palettes. I do want to say that a lot of this makeup is very old. Some of it I've had since high school. I graduated in 2015. A lot of it I've had before I started dating my husband. We started dating over 4 years ago. And so yeah, you know, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to be wasteful, just throwing it all away. If there's anything that I can donate to my sisters, of course I'll ask them, but if it's really old, I'm not going to bother asking if they want old crusty makeup. So okay, let's get started. Okay, this Too Faced Peach palette, I literally had it in high school. I'm pretty sure like my junior year, so that's 7 years ago. The consistency is not that good anymore. I never use it and the scent is gone, so I'm gonna get rid of this. This one, I don't really love the colors, but I feel like it's in good condition and it's relatively new. So I'll ask my sisters if they want this one. Oh, this one's nice. I like this one. I really like this one too. It's a Morphe palette. Bought it for myself like 3 years ago. How long does it take for eyeshadow to go bad? Oh well. Love this palette. Oh, I love this palette too, and I got it when I started my YouTube channel the first time in 2017, so it's a little special. I like the highlighter, bronzer, and blush on this palette. Not a huge fan of the colors, but I'm gonna hang on to it because I really do like these. Remember when this was so trendy? But yeah, I don't know, I was gonna say I'm gonna get rid of it, but I just love the greens and the blues. Ah! I'm a hoarder, what can I say? I love this palette too, the Carly Bible. My husband got it for me like the first 2 weeks of us dating. We had just started dating and he took his sister to Ulta and she helped him pick out like a bunch of makeup for me, and it was like so cute and so sweet. And I was like, ooh, he's serious. I really love this one too. Love this one. Obsessed. Like those chunky glitters. Yes. And then these highlighters I'm keeping. So out of 11 palettes, I'm keeping 9. So I'm planning on getting rid of half or more of my makeup collection today. She said, maybe more, she said. I'm just kidding. It's really not about putting like a number, like I have to get rid of this much. It's just about keeping what you love. And I do love these palettes, even though I never use them. Okay, moving on. Mascaras. My roller lash is dead. This one's super empty. I'm gonna actually try to start using this. I didn't even know I had it, to be honest with you. This one's nice and juicy. Not my very favorite, but it works, and there's a lot of product in there. Yeah, so the hard thing is I am on a budget right now. We're kind of like in between jobs, so I do have to be mindful that like I can't just go out and buy 10 more mascaras, you know? Like, even though these aren't my favorite, that's why there's still so much product in them. It sparks more joy to have mascara to actually be able to use than to have no mascara at all. So I am hanging on to some that I feel like lukewarm about. Tinted chapstick. All right, moving on to highlighters. There are definitely a lot of these that do not spark joy. So yeah, I bought these Artist Couture ones years ago, and I kept them for a really long time. And I honestly only like a few. So this is Sugar Daddy Lickable. I'm getting rid of these. Gold Digger is, yes, keeping. Supernova is chalky. No, thank you. These glitters, terrible. I literally bought them from the craft section at Walmart, like when I was 18, and I used them back in my rave days. I'm not proud, but they did happen. I went to like 3 and then I was like, I'm done with this, but that's just me. Wow, with all that mess in there, I did not realize how much of this stuff I was actually using on a regular basis. I felt like I was just like grabbing one highlighter, you know, but looking at them all together, I'm like, oh no, I use this one and this one and this one. So that's a benefit, I think, of like getting it all out and looking at each piece individually. Okay, this is what I'm throwing away. This is what I'm giving away. I guess the next step is just to clean out the drawer really good, and then I'm gonna sanitize my makeup. A lot of it has like nasty debris all over it, so I'm gonna probably use a Clorox wipe to just make sure it's like nice and clean and foundation and eyeshadow free. And then I'll clean my brushes and we'll put everything back. Let's do that first because they need to dry. Something that Marie Kondo really emphasizes in her book is that we should take care of the things that we own. That is why you fold your clothes and put them away instead of throwing them on the ground. That is why you make your bed in the morning instead of leaving it a huge mess until you're ready to sleep in it again. And that is why I'm cleaning my makeup. This is a relatively time-consuming process, but when you care for the things that you own, it really shows in how you keep your home. And I think that that's worth the effort. The reason I like and continue to use the KonMari method for organizing is because we live in a world where it's very consumer focused. We are constantly being bombarded with targeted ads encouraging us to consume, consume, consume. And when we are constantly consuming, we can often forget to appreciate what we already have. We can also get to the point where we are eventually so overrun by stuff that we forget about things that we have and actually like. I like this method because it is all about simplicity. It is all about only keeping the things that you really love so that you are surrounded by a house full of things that you love instead of just things. And if it's done right, you will find yourself reaching for your favorite things every day because your favorite things are all that's left. Alright guys, we did it! I really did not get rid of as much as I thought I was going to, but I do feel really happy with what I kept. I truly do feel like it's just stuff that I use on a regular basis and that I really love. The great thing about this method is if you are on the fence about something, chances are you're going to realize that pretty soon and you're gonna get rid of that stuff later on down the road. That's what happened when I cleaned out my closet. There were things that I was like, maybe I want to keep this, and I wore it again and I realized I actually don't like this at all. So don't worry if you feel like you didn't get rid of enough. If you're continuing to try to figure out what brings you joy, then the organization will kind of maintain itself. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe. It really means the world to me and I love creating content for you guys. I want to continue to be able to do that, and your support really makes that possible. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. Happy organizing, and I will see you in my next one.